fellas, have you ever been to Universal Studios? Yeah, me too. But do you recall picking up trash and being ordered by Woody Woodpecker that you can't go on Back to the Future the ride? Me neither. Universal Studios Theme Park Adventures was released in December of 2001, exclusively for the GameCube, and was meant to be a simulation-based game based on none other than Universal Studios itself. Now, while there have been plenty of theme park games in the past, none of them had really tried to simulate an accurate experience of a real theme park. Not to say this one succeeded, but nevertheless it still tried. So considering the fantastic state the parks are in currently, I figured, why not take a look at none other than this game? I've had so many regrets in life. Now you see, before I insert the game, I figured I'd note that this cost me $23 whole. All 23 of those went towards this. What is my wife anymore? Something about that felt so perfect. Upon starting, the game is kind enough to ask me what language I want to use. No matter what language I use, I'm still not going to understand it, so yeah. Is this some weird cyber dream or something? I'm so scared. Oh my god, it's the DeLorean. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Before we get into this, I'm not gonna lie, the concept is really smart when you think about it. Having all these big name Universal franchises like Jurassic Park and Back to the Future, and using the theme park as a way to tie them all together is actually really smart. But you know, chuck Woody Woodpecker in there for good measure, and then all that fun is just taken out immediately. Alright, who wants to hear a scary story? I think it'd be better if I just showed you instead of telling you. Having now pressed new game, we are given the option between easy, medium, and hard. I mean, hey, who knows how hard this game could be? Oh, hey, look, it's time for name entry. Now, you see, I have two options here. Something stupid and crude, or my real name. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm only human. Player select time. We have options between generic kid, a kid with hat, other, generic kid it is. And we're in! Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? All jokes aside, these camera angles are awful. Sometimes you're at the front of the screen, sometimes you're at the very back, sometimes you're in Jaws' mouth. I don't really know at this point. You know, a good few minutes ago, Woody Woodpecker told me not to get lost in the park, and that concerns me. If only there was a map. Wait, that's right, I forgot to get a map! I've walked around the park for a bit, and though I haven't found any attractions, I did find Woody Woodpecker, so let's see what he has to say.
Hi!
Is that a threat?
A few inches later.
Ah. Well, unfortunately, it seems I didn't win the trivia quiz, but that doesn't mean I still can't find attractions, so let's keep going. It's E.T. and I can shake hands with him. It didn't feel as rewarding as I thought it would. Lo and behold, after waiting for what felt like forever, I finally found an attraction, and it's none other than the Jaws ride. Now that one aged well. So without further ado, let's head in. Shark. Okay, so to give a basic premise of this game, you are the captain of a boat, and also an unfortunate victim of Jaws, who's getting ready to target and eat every piece of your boat. However, this can be stopped if you're able to throw each and every projectile at him and drain his life in time. If you don't, well, I am so good at this. Now, to summarize how my experience actually went the entire way through, let me show you some of my favorite parts. Yeah, that's right. There are no good parts. While it may sound like a cool idea, just like the rest of this game in fact, it's very finicky, the controls are annoying as ever, the movement is slow, the pace is a complete mess. I could go on for days about everything that's wrong with this. Which it sounds a lot sadder than it actually is. Now this video is already 5 minutes long, which may not seem long, but trust me, it really is. So I think we should cap it off with about 1 or 2 more mini games. Yeah, how about that? Let's go. It appears I've arrived in Jurassic Park, so let's see how it is. Excuse me? So what was that? Let me try this one more time. Jurassic Park, please. You can't get in here because there are too many people. Okay. Here we are, the game's biggest problem. It is very restricting when it comes to content. You can't get on any of the rides unless you have one of these 2 criteria. A, you wear a stupid hat that gets exchanged by points, or B, my personal favorite, you pick up trash. Do you guys not remember the Universal ad where it was just like, come on down to Universal Studios where you can pick up trash. Experience the movies in the best way imaginable by doing nothing but picking up trash. Pay us. You scum. Also, don't you just remember that time at Universal where they wouldn't let you in unless you wore a hat? Me too. Me too. Well, you see, I bought the hat by exchanging my points, so now we can finally experience Jurassic Park the ride, even though I look like a complete idiot with a dinosaur hat on my head. No. This doesn't work. This is just a basic arcade shooter chucked onto the GameCube. This would work as an arcade machine you'd toss a few quarters into, but not a fully fledged mini-game. It's a complete mess. Okay, going straight in that might have been a bit too harsh. Let's give another basic premise. You are now controlling the Jurassic Park vehicle, or Jeep, or Ute, or whatever you want to call it. However, unfortunately, a herd of dinosaurs are chasing you. So what do? Shoot them! The logical strategy. The problem is it's very boring and goes on for way too long, especially for a mini-game. Jaws was at the very least creative and gave you incentive, even if it was very sloppy. This one is just a slog. I could have put this towards Back to the Future, or whatever other attractions you have in this backdraft. But no, shoot dinosaurs instead. Logic. And if I'm being honest, that's really the most you're gonna get from this game. There's nothing to it, nothing interesting. It's a slog that goes on for way too long, has a ton of problems, is boring, a slog, and has no incentive whatsoever. Why did I do this? I don't know. But what I do know is that the actual Universal Park must be far better. So let's go check it out. Okay, and you know that's what I'm just gonna grab this and simulate it some more instead.